Good morning, my beautiful creatives, and welcome back to my art studio. I know it's been a while since I have put out a video, and there have been a lot of changes in my life, but I know that today is the best day to get my 2018 soul book started. The soul book that I have chosen, the book I have chosen for my soul book is a Blick Studio sketchbook. It's 8.5 by 11. There's 110 pages in it, and the weight of paper is 65 pounds. I get this from dickblick.com. It's very inexpensive, and it's the same soul book that I've been using for the last 4 years. This will be my 5th year using it. And today, since it's the beginning of the year, I decided that what better way to start a soul book but then by doing a vision board. And I apologize for the noises. My puppies, Gracie and Bitsy, are down on the floor playing, and they're very verbal dogs, so they talk a lot while they're playing. Things I'll need: some magazine pages torn out of magazines, and I am pulling mostly from Oprah magazine just because we just moved and downsized, and I kept a bunch of those for this purpose. I will also need a couple of sizes of glue stick depending on what size of images I want to post down, and I have some of my uni pen fine liners in case I want to do any type of doodling or drawing or journaling around some of the images after I'm all done. So this is going to be super simple. If you've ever seen how to do a vision board before, it's very easy. You basically just go through magazines and you find any images that inspire you in some way, or you want to see in your life, or things that you think would be kind of cool. I do a lot of words in my vision board because I'm drawn to words, so I do a lot of words. But yeah. I think for the most part you've seen videos how to do these before, so I'm not going to get too technical about it. Basically, I'm just going to take a bunch of images that I would like to see represent 2018 for me. I'm going to put some music on and get started. So here we are with a bunch of images and words. I don't really know exactly how I'm going to lay out my vision board yet. However, let me just tell you what I did to choose my images. I chose anything that inspired me, tickled my fancy, activities that I'd like to see more of in my life in 2018, anything that just kind of made me happy. Sometimes they were literal, like it would be so cool to do a fun run with my niece. Sometimes it was figurative, like this little set of keys with a bobble on the end. I love keys. I think that keys are a visual representation that you are the only one who holds the keys to your happiness. So sometimes they were literal, sometimes they were figurative. So some of the image will make sense to me, some of them may not make sense to you. But now what I need to do is I need to take all of my images and scoop them off to the side over here. And I'm going to figure out how I would like them to be laid out. And I generally like to start with my images, not always, but a lot of times. I think a lot of the themes that I saw in my soul book last year are in this soul book now. Oops, I folded one of my pages on accident. And that is about getting outside, having fun, being physical, about being comfortable in my own skin, This year is more about really taking time to take care of yourself, take care of myself, and to, you know, really slow down a little bit. That's been something I've struggled with. I do love these keys, so I do want those in there. My little cocktail has to move. Oh, bless me. Let's see, I don't have any words, so let me start adding some words. I think I'm pretty good on images. Okay, I like that. She's holding the power of she. Because Mama needs some more fun in her life, and I think that's what that's indicative of. But in my world, we call it a fancy drink, and fancy drinks makes me feel fancy. I apologize for the shaking. You'll know in the next week or so what the huge change that I've done in my life this year, and it involved moving, downsizing, and doing something a little bit crazy. So I will put a video out showing you, telling you exactly what that is, and giving you a little tour of our new place. So I love the way this is set up right now. I will probably add doodles to it or words to it. Maybe later. I might not do that today. Sometimes I have to sit with my vision board for a while and kind of let it absorb in to really know what the messages I'm telling, my soul is telling myself, to know how to actually like decorate it. But I am going to take a picture of both these pages because I like the way they're set up right now, and I'm going to essentially swipe the pages clean so that I can paste the images down, starting with the images on the most back, if that makes sense, and ending with the things that are kind of on top. So I'm just going to take a picture with my phone. Let's see, here's the left side and the right side. And I think this is always the scary part because I think it looks great and then I don't want to like mess it up, but I am going to move it. So I'm going to take all of the top ones off first. Anything that's kind of sitting on top of them. And then my most back pieces I'm going to glue down first. So to do that, I'm just going to use a glue stick or two. I usually have two different sizes with me, depending on what it is I'm gluing down. And I'm going to use an old magazine as my gluing space. Now, I will let you know that even though I took a picture of this, there is a very good possibility this will not end up the exact same way that it was when I did it, and I'm okay with that. I just kind of go with the flow, and if when I'm all said and done, if I find that I'm missing something or there's a hole or a gap or something doesn't feel quite right, I'm not afraid to change mid-course and do something different, which is probably a good lesson for life. So let's just get a few of these things glued down. I like to take the glue all the way to the edge of the image. I do float off the image quite often, just so I can be assured that all of the edges are going to stay down. Now, this is not rocket science. This is not perfection. I don't expect perfection when I'm doing this. I would like my images to be as smooth as possible because wrinkles kind of bug me, but I'm not going to kill myself for it, if that makes sense. And if I find that a corner pops up or an edge pops up, which sometimes when you glue close to this spine area, it will end up popping up, I just tack it back down again. It's not a big deal. This little image here is about just taking time to be quiet and being okay with that. I struggle with that being an introvert in an extroverted world. you sometimes feel like you're wrong. You're somehow broken or something's damaged in you and you want to be quiet. So I'm trying to learn to just embrace it. And I'm just going to keep going like that until I get all of my images where I want them. So I'm going to put some music on so you don't have to listen to me talk to myself. If anything interesting comes up, I will make sure to let you know. But this is pretty much the process. Okay, I think I've got all of those bits embossed. Oh, no, missed one. Almost. It's getting difficult to find a clear spot on my little glue sheet, my glue newspaper page. Ugh, I can't speak today. My glue magazine page. And this little yoo-hoo, for some reason, is kind of overly mushy, which I don't like. Let's see, I want to make sure I get this little guy straight because it'll bug me forever and ever if it's not. Okay, so now that that side is done, I think all my things are glued down, yes. Now I'm going to, because this page is now covered with wet glue, I'm going to just tear that page off and toss it into the garbaggio. I do have a garbage song. I don't know if you want to hear it, but it goes something like this. Garbaggio, garbaggio, garbaggio. I sing all the time. It drives my family crazy. I think my husband secretly likes it though, just so you know. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing, this time with the right-hand side, and I've already flipped to my right-hand side image that I took, my picture that I took of this. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna glue the things that were on the deepest back and then kind of work my way up. I'm doing a really bad job of not getting glue on the front of my images. Which is why I keep rubbing it like this, because a lot of times yoo-hoo, if you rub it quickly, it kind of balls up and then comes off of the page. Now sometimes you have to be at your own risk when you do that, because sometimes the ink on the magazine image will run, which is kind of annoying, but I'm okay with that. Just let it go, let it go, let it go. Yeah, I like it. So okay, let's glue it all down. there you have it. I think that's all glued down the way that I want it to. I'm contemplating whether or not I want to get some washi out and just add a little bit of color with washi. It kind of happens every year when I'm doing my Soulbook vision board that the colors just kind of end up being very cohesive. And I don't know if that's because I'm the one picking them and I'm picking things that I'm inspired by, that I really like. And it just happens to be the colors that I am enjoying at the moment. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm trying to decide if I want to do anything else right now. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. There'll be some more. I want to do some doodling to this, and I also want to do part 2 of this process. Part 1 of the process is getting the images down. Part 2 of this process is writing down what these images as a whole. And so that I will show you in the next video. That'll be part B of this video. So here was one of my vision boards I did last year, which I absolutely love. I love this so much I might have to cut this out and put this into my Soulbook just so I have it, because I love it so much and it's still so relevant for what I'm looking for. But I do what I call my personal vision board translation, and I will show you how I do that tomorrow. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope it gave you some ideas on how to do your own vision board in your Soulbook. And I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a really great year. Yeah, I'm just so jazzed. So you'll see in the next few weeks / months, I will be sharing more and more on how I get my 2018 Soulbook started and how I get it going and how I'm actually using it throughout the year. This year, I plan on using my Soulbook more as a tool for meditation and a tool for healing and a tool for really like asking my soul questions and coming up with answers. So I've kind of used it that way in the past. I just have not used it terribly religiously. I have one year I did do that, and I found that it was such a restorative, powerful tool for just helping me stay in touch with what I know was going on with me and what was really my authentic truth. And so this year I'm going to be more focused that way as well. I just really have this life that I want to live, that if I don't start taking actions to make it happen, it is never going to happen, people. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please thumbs up. And if you feel so inclined, please feel free to subscribe. You know how YouTube works. But my little channel would really appreciate the growth. So if you have any questions for me, as always, please leave them down in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Also, if you have any videos that you'd like to see me produce and put out on my channel, I would love to hear your thoughts on that too. Just let me know down in the comment section down below, and I'd be super happy to do that for you. Anyways, I will talk to you later. Thanks so much for watching. I'm always honored. Until next time, bye for now.